Helpful, Carl. Thank you. Carl, you mentioned earlier how Isaiah responded to seeing the holiness of God. Do you think there's a danger that in our generation that a lot of people fail to keep in mind how holy he is and become far too casual in their walk with the Lord?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, our one of my heroes of the faith, especially as a teacher of God's word, is R.C. Sproul. Probably one of the clearest and most incredible teachers. He might be the most brilliant man since Jonathan Edwards to live in America. He could teach on that level, but he could also teach children and everyone in between. And so,
Yeah.
Quite often you can teach up here, but then nobody can understand you. And he had that ability to relate to everyone and be able to teach anyone. And so I admired him so greatly for his faithfulness to God in that. And he had such an understanding of God's holiness that it almost made him furious when people didn't realize it, because they're wasting their lives pursuing the flesh, pursuing things of this world that they're putting on equal par with God's glory and his holiness. And when we understand, and we can think of this in very abstract terms, but when we think of God's holiness as his transcendent perfection and glory, that is the greatest possible good in the universe. And we're, as C.S. Lewis used to say, we're like children content with playing with mud pies when we've been offered a holiday at the sea. Like the comparison is we're playing with dirt in the slums when somebody has offered us the greatest thing we can imagine. And so the holiness and righteousness and purity and glory of God, this standard, is, if we understood it for what it really is, like Isaiah saw, that we would drop everything would fade into the background of in comparative value, being worthless, that we would pursue that with our whole heart, because it is by far the greatest thing that God could possibly give us.
Yeah, so good.